There seems to be no more entitled group out there than Marvel and DC comic book writers. They think they're just above everybody. They treat everybody like they're on some sort of pedestal and they're just going to stamp you down if you disagree with them on anything. You're just the uncouth fans. It's really sad that they act like this. And it's been something that's been consistent for years and across the industry. It's because the industry is so small. And honestly, here's my kind of thought about it. These guys are, they're comic book people. So they're socially awkward nerds, right? And then they get put into positions where they go to conventions and then they're rock stars. People are wanting to meet them and all that. And they don't know how to handle this. So they build these weird egos with them. And that's exactly what happens here. It's really different in indie comics. Anybody who just works in the indies, right or left, it just seems like they're much more reasonable people for the most part. I've enjoyed a lot of interactions with people over the years. But it is always crazy to watch somebody like Fabian Nicieza do something like this to a fan. It's wow. And all over Gina Carano. They're losing their minds already. And of course, this is going to be fun to watch as more and more people lose their minds as this lawsuit goes forward. My name's John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. I would love for you to like and subscribe. Follow the channel here, guys. We are reporting on everything that's happening in the mainstream industry. And of course, we are also making our own books, which is awesome. So we have an indie comic right now called All Eyes on Ashley on Kickstarter. Went over $3,000, and this is for a standard-length comic. Beautiful stuff with art by Mike S. Miller, who worked for DC's Injustice. Good stuff all the way around. You'll really enjoy it. And of course, we provide the highest quality stories, and we have done so consistently with a great track record. So please check this out and support our channel, support our creative efforts. We really appreciate you. Now, here it is. Marvel Comics writer Fabian Nicieza claims that Gina Carano deserves her blacklisting. What a nut job. And then he tells fans to stick a comic up your butt. Why do they talk like a kid? Jesus. But this is what it is. So, of course, this guy co-created Deadpool with Rob Liefeld. He is a whack job, of course, never Trump nut job out there, a complete leftist who is a lunatic and who blocks anybody who disagrees with him politically, like everybody else at Marvel Comics. And of course, he had his take on Gina Carano, which is Gina Carano deserves it. And we'll get into exactly what he said in just a moment, which is even crazier when you get into what he said. But here's the weird part. With the fan he's arguing with right here, he actually just appeared on his YouTube channel. They did a interview together just a couple of weeks ago. And this is before he knew what the guy's politics were. As soon as he finds out what the guy's politics are, he starts treating him like crap. And this is exactly what they do. They don't have any respect for anybody else's opinions. They love blacklisting. It's how they keep control over the little small market that they have as it keeps dying. This is the only way that the woke can lash out, because if they don't, they know that they're going to lose their positions to normal people. And that's what they're scared of at the end of the day. Very sad that they act like this. So here's exactly what he said down below. And here it is. I don't follow Star Wars. What exactly did she say, Gina Carano, that was so bad? And so here it is. And look at the smug attitude right here. I didn't pay much attention. I think it was anti-vax, anti-LGBTQ stuff, but I was pretty indifferent to that noise. Well, obviously he wasn't. I don't think Disney fired her. They chose not to renew her option and contract, and I care more about her lawyer's BS than hers. So notice this, guys. Notice how they always act here. I'm above this. I didn't pay much attention, but they're an anti-LGBTQ, anti-blah, blah, 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 blah. Obviously he has details about why he hates her politically, and so he did pay attention, even though he just said he didn't. It's just a way that he's trying to pose himself as, I'm above it, unlike you, uncouth fan. It's that smug attitude that they always have, and that, of course, always comes out when they are in these situations here. So that's where this starts. And then after this, he goes like, so you don't know what she said, but you think she got what she deserved. This is a really astute comment by John's Longbox. He just and he probably loves Fabian Nicieza. I mean, so he's probably like, wow. And yet he's got the clarity of mind when the guy's coming at him like this, in order to just say it very poignantly and very concisely. Good stuff here. I love John's Longbox. Good channel, by the way. And so, of course, he gets really mad at this point. John, go stick a comic up your butt, preferably a Treasury edition. Those are the large, oversized Marvel comics because, of course, these guys always just dream of sodomy. That seems to be what's going on in the comic industry, too. Why do they always think about gross sex stuff? It's like, never mind. You know why. I knew you were baiting debate, but I gave you the benefit. Now, this is just because John's Longbox was like, why are you saying this girl deserved like to be fired and removed from everything and blacklisted from everything when you say that you don't know and didn't follow the situation? That's kind of crazy. It's just anger. It's hatred. It's, dare I say, bigotry, misogyny coming from a man against Gina Carano. And so here it is. Disney thought whatever she said warranted a preference not to be associated with her, so my opinion isn't even part of the equation. Oh, cool. If Disney says something, that's got to be true. It's really weird how these leftists all of a sudden over the last 10 years just became like corporate goons. If a corporation says so, it's got to be okay. This is the way that we do things. It's absolutely crazy to look at. And it's absolutely crazy how they just disrespect their own fans at this level. And especially, again, as I saw, John's Longbox went on, like, they had an interview. It was cordial before this. It's all just because as soon as he finds out what your political persuasion is or your perceived political persuasion is, they turn on the, like, afterburners to just go on the full attack. It's really weird. It's like, calm down. We're talking about comic books and, like, a girl being fired from Star Wars. It kind of sucks that you can make a comment and get fired from Star Wars. What if, like, conservatives ran everything, Fabian, and you never worked again just because of your weird leftist comments? That wouldn't happen. Or if it did, that would be bad. It's always rules for thee and not for me. It's just sick. And the lawyer is babbling about free speech rights. That's damn right. With corporations having so much power and so much political power, they can get you blacklisted. They can ruin your lives. It's life ruination, Fabian. And that's what's happening here to somebody like Gina Carano. It's really sad. It is a problem when you can't have free speech over political topics in fucking United States of America because you're going to lose your family, lose your livelihood, lose any ability to work. They want you dead is what it comes down to. And you're agreeing with that, you freaking Nazi, you Nazi piece of crap. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm getting mad. And that's why my tweet is referring to, i.e. his BS on the subject and the constant misinterpretation of what the First Amendment means. But the really crazy part is he went out and attacked this fan who was just being like, dude, why are you acting like this about this poor girl who can't get a job now because of her just comments on just like the way she votes? What a weirdo to think this way. And what a weirdo to respond to a fan who's questioning like that. Unbelievable. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. It's par for the course for these Marvel people, and you know it. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to back all eyes on Ashley, and we'll be back soon.